Technical Infrastructure. I've known Dar for 20 some odd years, met at a different networking group. Please join me in welcoming Dar Zook.
Thank you, everyone. Hey, so my name is Dar Zook. I am with Technical Infrastructure, a company has been around for 2 years, but our team has really been servicing multi-family apartment buildings for about 15 years now. And so our goal is to be the premier apartment technology support company in southern Alberta. What that means is with a multi-family building, you can have units 30 up to 600 units, and we make sure things like the cameras are working in place and the right people are getting into the building and the wrong people stay out. So our team, this is a little bit old now. We actually have 7 people on our team right now, so pretty strong. Mark's been with us for over 10 years. Same thing with Jen, and we've grown our team to we're 8 people now. Based out of Calgary here, southeast. Some of the things we do is fob access systems. So when we're talking about a multifamily building, it's really, really important to have a fob system and not the old style keys. There's a couple of reasons for it. One is those keys keep getting lost. And when they get lost, somebody else has picked them up. And when you've lost your key near your building, chances are the wrong people have found that key and they're planning to come back at the wrong time and enter your building and cause some harm. When you have a fob or digital key and that key is lost, it means you can shut off a single key instead of having to replace all the locks in the building. So we do that. That's really common in buildings today. Intercoms as well. They've been around forever. But some of the really great things with intercoms today to keep the building safe is when a guest comes to the building, it shows up on your cell phone with video now. And you can take a picture. So if you have a suspicious person standing there, you take a picture, you can send it to your police, you can share it with your family and say, we've got a problem. Some of the other things we do now is digital signage. I'll talk a little bit more about that. It's something really, really exciting to me. And then storage lockers here. With all the buildings we deal with, parcels walk away. It happens in single family dwellings, but multifamily is just a treasure trove for the criminals of our city. You can imagine you come around Christmas time and there's a pile of packages and they can go and gather them all walk up. So Amazon does them, but we do them too for the board members. What we do different. And so technology is technology. There's people that support it all through the city, but we do a number of things really important. We recognize that our customer is really the property manager. They're the ones that get the calls from angry residents and need things fixed really quickly. And so one of the things we do is we create a smart building binder. You think that this is common sense, but when you run a business, the passwords always seem to be missing. How you access the technology and what it is always missing. And so one of the things we do with all of our buildings is we create a documentation binder that shows where all the equipment is, what the passwords are, how you access it, when it needs to be replaced, and where you are deficient according to the standards of the city, so that you can plan for the investments that will inevitably come up. We do service agreements as well. Again, something that's not common in our industry. We create special apps for property managers to make sure they're always looking good in front of their boards and things get fixed the right way. Today, it's a big problem with the condo industry. People are constantly moving in and out of buildings, and somebody can be there for months and their intercom still doesn't work. They still don't have proper access to the building. And so one of the things we do is we create apps to make that happen much easier, allow us to audit it and make sure the right people are getting access at the time they need to. And then digital signage is the last area that we are really pushing forward. Our digital signage is branded Informed, and this is also a big area of property management. If you've been around buildings around Calgary, commercial buildings have a lot of this. Residential buildings, not so much, but it's really where residential buildings is where it's required. Because what happens is we've got these huge buildings with lots of renters, and we have wonderful property managers, but nobody knows what's going on. The property managers do their best to get the message out, let them know that the parking lots are being swept, but what happens is we don't have any contact information for those renters, and so nothing happens. With digital signage, we place it in high traffic areas of multifamily buildings, and we allow the property managers to post messages on that so that they can keep all of the residents of the building informed all the time. You can't miss an email if it's not an email, and that's what digital signage does for buildings. We're the only ones in the city that does this for multifamily buildings on a network. One of the things that I'm very, very passionate about is 4-H. I discovered it a year ago, though as an Albertan, as very many, most of you have heard about 4-H, about cows and chickens, but fours and goats and making cheese. But in an urban environment, it's so much more. I'm a general leader of one of 2 clubs here in urban Calgary, and we do things like bicycle repair. We're looking at woodworking and cooking and baking. We had a firearms training this year as well, and it's an amazing, amazing program. One of the things that we do as a company is invest back into our community. We sponsor 4-H clubs to help them have richer experiences for kids. And one of the things that we're moving into next year is helping to get 4-H clubs started in apartment buildings across Calgary, so that kids that find their way into Canada, not having the friends, not knowing who else is in that building, have a way to come together, learn great skills, but learn how to be good citizens of both their building and our province. So that's my presentation. I'm Dar Zook with Technical Infrastructure, and thank you for the opportunity to present. Any questions?
How do you plan to get the cows into the apartment building?
That's a good question. We have to chop them up and stick them in the freezer first.
At least you thought it through.
Yeah.
Cooking class.
Any other questions? Mickey at the back.
Yeah, so you said sort of from 30 up for in terms of number of units?
Yes.
That's sort of you're looking for in terms of a connection with people that would be managing buildings of a certain size that would need a security system? And the other second, part 2 of my question, a condo complex that's townhouses or duplex, I assume they have other types of security. It's not the same as building access, but they still might have cameras to see the neighborhood or see the property. So maybe, just trying to understand who I'd introduce you.
For sure, yeah. We support buildings as low as 12 units currently. Normally it's a different buyer. They manage their finances differently. And the unit holders are, because of that size, there's personal relationships there. So when there is a stranger coming in the building, everyone immediately knows. They take an interest in the building. So typically, once you get much lower than 12, it's a different game as far as that property goes. There's still concerns of things like people breaking into cars and in parking lots and things like that. We'll certainly talk to people and share our expertise, but there's just lots of that. And in the same way, townhouse style condominiums, they typically don't have intercoms. The cameras are for the common areas, and there just really isn't a lot of common doors to require fobs. So it's really the apartment style condominiums is what we focus on.
Is it just the condo management team that you're interested in, or if people live in a place where they have frustrations with their condo management team, is that still a good connection for you? Or?
Yeah, for sure. We can certainly talk to them. Anyone that lives in the condo knows that there are some difficulties as a tenant, as an owner, trying to get things done. So we're happy to come and share expertise and talk about how situations can be affected. It gets really difficult. When you live in a condo, ultimately it's really important to be on your board, to know what's happening, to make sure your building is being taken care of. One more question over here.
What can I do to help out with that 4-H club thing you guys are doing? I want to help out if I can.
For sure, yeah, for sure. It's, I think, something that we can work together on. Anything else? All right. Thank you, everyone.